Previously on Hotel Hell, I found out the upscale Juniper Inn in Windsor, Vermont is bleeding money.
So you're losing over $200,000 a year?
We're in trouble.
And it's because the owners have spent a fortune to make this place look like an art museum.
I've always thought that you should live with nice things if you can afford them.
Treating it like their own private country club. I quickly realised the rooms were vacant because Robert and Ari have alienated themselves from the town, and the inn's appearance is completely deceiving.
What is that smell? It smells... It's like someone's under the bed.
And instead of working with their employees...
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I am the boss.
This place is...
They're oppressing them like indentured servants.
I'm barely surviving, financially and emotionally.
I'd be very careful about coming down on me too hard.
And communication is almost non-existent.
Unless you ask, how are you supposed to know?
Well, I have been asking. I said, where does this chicken
So ask him again!
And what's worse, I was completely shocked to learn that the staff never get paid on time.
Like pulling teeth to get my paycheck.
You don't get paid?
It takes forever to get my paycheck, and when I do, it's usually something's left out.
And when I confronted Robert and Ari in front of everyone, all I got was excuses.
I don't have a secretary, Gordon. I'm sorry.
Are you always this pathetic?
They don't have to work here.
How dare you? Go on then, you pompous...
Don't talk to me like that.
You still haven't got it, that this place is sinking.
So far, my stay at Vermont's Juniper Inn has been shocking.
Yeah, that smells.
And the root of the problem is beginning to show.
You don't get paid?
I've seen with my own eyes how poorly this place is run. But now I need to see what happens to the bottom line. When Robert and Ari use Juniper Hill as their own private playground, entertaining all their friends. I'm hoping estate manager Ryan can help me.
A lot of the staff are telling me their friends pop up from Manhattan and come and spend weekends and sit, drink, and be merry. Are these guys actually paying? No.
Robert had a slew of friends come and stay for free and eat for free for weeks at a time, and that's why they've been losing money since I've been here.
What do the colours mean? Help me understand that.
Green means they're paid in full. Red means they have not paid.
Oh, my God.
I have 50 room nights. That's between November and December.
Well, just
on average, they're $200 a night.
But it's like $10,000 in revenue.
That's $10,000.
They're running it almost
Clubhouse.
like a clubhouse, almost like they're trying to buy friends. And
Robert prides himself as the superior business person. Robert walks around like he's the king, and that everybody here is a bunch of hicks.
this is insane. This is like a private club for him.
He's worked with the servers before and accepted a portion of the tips.
Oh, my God. Hell. He's taking their bloody tips. And this guy is mad.
I can't believe this. He doesn't pay them, and then he takes their tips.
I've got to talk to him. How are we? Barbara, how are you today?
Good.
Just out of interest, is it true that Robert takes a percentage of the tips?
Yes.
He does?
Yeah.
And what percentage of tips does he take?
What we get.
He gets the same as you?
Yeah.
It's really hard to keep track of the tips. The bookkeeping. It seems inconsistent.
But why is he touching the tips?
He did the same thing for New Year's. They felt that because they needed to cover part of the band, that they took the tips off.
Our tip. That's why we don't make anything here.
An owner has no right to take the staff's tips. And with all the room and food comps Robert is giving his friends, it's no wonder the inn is struggling. The staff shouldn't be subsidising the inn so Robert and his friends get to live the high life for free. It's sickening. I have to confront him and figure out this nonsense.
I just had a look round and I am flabbergasted. I'm going to be really frank, and I'm going to try to stay so calm. But if I smell BS that you start going into denial, I'm going to let rip again. I studied your reservations. Last November, December, 49 rooms were given out for free. And on top of that, they ate, they drank,
For nothing?
I'm not even tipping. And I'm just, what are you doing? Tell me why.
I thought I needed to have somebody here. Rather than having 2 other guests in the hotel all by themselves, to have more energy.
You're making it worse.
Not only do your friends not leave tips, but when people do tip the staff, you take a share.
On nights that I work, I did take tips.
That is disgusting. Why do you think you got a right to that?
I have tried to work with my staff to teach them that this is the way I want service done.
You're so bad.
I take a percentage of the tips based on the amount of work that I do.
Yeah. And who does the books on those tips?
Ari. But if I'm doing their job and I can't get it across to them...
You're the owner. You're not the head busboy. You're not the barman. You're the owner.
What I was saying wasn't getting through. So the psychology was that if I started to take tips, they would maybe pay attention to that.
That is insane. It's the worst management module I've ever heard in my entire life. Do you honestly need a 70-year-old lady's tips?
No.
So 15, 20 grand's worth of complimentary rooms in food in a 2-month period. It doesn't make sense.
I have to tell you that the reason I did that was because I thought that they would at least tip my staff.
But they didn't tip your staff.
Sorry to on your bonfire.
Well, then I will call my friends and I will tell them, look, what happened?
You haven't got the balls to call your friends and ask them to leave a tip.
Yes, I do.
Call them then. And ask them, I thought at least out of generosity you would have left a couple of $100 tip for the team.
Hello?
Dana?
Yes?
It's Robert. You stayed here recently, and I was under the impression that you and Greg left a tip. Did you leave a tip?
I left some money with you.
No. But you said you were going to send additional tip.
You mean...
I think my time's done here.
That was one of the things that I was hoping you had done.
If I didn't do what I was supposed to do, I'm very sorry, and I'll...
I left the money
No.
with you.
Well, wait a minute. There's others to call, too. Gordon.
Oh,
Gordon has left. He thinks I'm stealing my staff's tips.
unbelievable.
Hey, Ray, it's Robert. Did you tip the staff? Because they're telling people that they haven't been tipped.
I left the money with you.
Oh, so I need to do that. I somehow lost that.
Idiot.
Gordon left, thinking I'm a liar. I feel as if I'm at the end of my rope. I mean, I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to have to start all over again if this doesn't work, and I just don't seem that I can do it anymore. No, I can't do it.
Just left Juniper Hill after catching Robert in a lie about his staff getting tips.
I was under the impression that you and Greg left a tip. Did you leave a tip?
I left some money with you.
The guy is maddening, and I don't know if I've got it in me to help fix the place.
I'm so pissed off with Robert right now. Honestly, I cannot stand any more of his bloody lies. This guy doesn't deserve the team that is in his hotel.
He treats everyone so badly.
When you're in your kitchen all day long and you're on the internet instead of actually trying to perfect a menu.
He doesn't even pay them properly.
I had to wait 5 weeks before I got a paycheck.
I work very long days, and I haven't been paid in 3 weeks.
How can someone so rich not pay the people he employs? That's something I simply won't stand for. As angry as I am, I feel I have to help the staff get paid. And I have an idea of just how to do it. I'm going to hire a team of white glove movers to assemble all of Robert's most valuable antiques from the storage units, the basement, and around the inn. I'm hoping when confronted with all the money he's wasted, I can convince Robert to sell some of his vast collection to pay his staff. If this is going to work, I must stay calm while I talk to Robert. I've come back. Not for you, but for the staff. They deserve better.
We're losing on average $15,000 to $20,000 a month. And we are short. But you have a serious hobby of sort of an art collector, an art dealer. I mean, you could open a museum How many pieces do you have in there?
Oh, my God, hundreds.
What are we talking about? Everything collectively. All those beautiful oil paintings, the expensive stuff.
At a suitable auction, maybe $300,000.
$300,000. And that would supplement you for the next 12 months, 18 months?
Yes, that would certainly get us through. That would get us through 2 years.
Right. There's something I want you to see.
Okay.
I'd like you to come with me, please. If there's one thing we need right now, is an injection of funds.
Wow.
Robert, no man alive needs this much stuff.
Walking in, it was shocking.
Now, antiques, oil paintings, silverware. Does it not, frustrate you that we're sat with all this, and yet we can't pay our staff properly? There's someone I'd like you to meet. She's the head auctioneer at Bonham's in Boston. Amy, good morning.
Good morning, Gordon.
Nice to see you.
Gordon, great to see you.
Likewise, thank you so much for coming. We're in the basically, and this stuff needs to go.
We need to raise as much money as possible. So what's the best price we can get for all this stuff?
What you have here doesn't read as a collection to me. It's kind of an accumulation. A lot of copies of things, or if they are of the period that they're supposed to be, there's some condition issues. I would say about 25,000.
Say that again?
25,000.
$25,000. All this?
All this.
Amy's opinion on our things was shocking, and I can't really believe that.
And the painting?
The painting is a copy, and not a good one, I'm afraid.
How much is that worth?
I can't imagine what someone would pay for it. It's really very low value.
Wow. Robert, I thought you said it was expensive, 18th century.
Well, it's dated. Dated 17th.
It is, but it's not actually of that period at all. I'm sorry.
Did you know that was a copy?
I did not know that that was a copy.
Lots of copies.
Reproductions.
Reproductions. We're hoping in the ballpark of 300,000 to 400,000. 25 grand for everything.
Yeah.
That won't even get us through the next 5 weeks. Even all this amazing silverware.
I put $100 on everything on this table.
$100? What about this?
First period, this Sheffield.
Yeah, it's plate.
What about this?
175 bucks.
Those are Baccarat candlesticks?
They just don't bring very much at auction, I'm afraid.
Is this the kind of collection that you'd be willing to sell at Bonham's? Would you take the whole lot?
No, we wouldn't.
Wow.
We would have to say no.
We're floating as if we've got this asset full of $300,000 or $400,000 worth of antiques. We haven't, and we're distracted with the bits of crap in here.
It was a wake-up call.
Thank you. That's the
Sure,
start.
my pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It means that we don't have the backup that we thought we had.
We paid more money for storage
Than they're worth.
than they're worth. Does that not bring it home a little bit earlier that you need to be an innkeeper, not a part-time antiques dealer? Because you fooled me. You give me the tour, and I thought, wow, this guy is, he's got serious cash to burn. But right now, we're even further in the than I thought we were. So the pressure intensifies.
Yep.
You need to focus on fixing the business, because that's what's going to generate sufficient funds to keep this place open. And I don't think you quite realise that your staff, they're miserable. They don't like Ari's barking.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I am the boss.
You bitching.
When you're in your kitchen all day long and you're on the internet instead of actually trying to perfect a menu.
It's not a nice atmosphere for the staff currently. And if they quit, you're they are staff. They're not pigs that live in the basement. If you think that's not the case, and you're that delusional, and you're not prepared to listen to anything I'm saying, you're sell the inn, sell this in here, and give up.
I've just come back to try and save Juniper Hill Inn, and I thought I could use some of the owner's vast array of antiques to get the cash flowing. But I've just discovered...
I would say about 25,000.
$25,000.
All this?
All this.
That I was wrong.
That won't even get us through the next 5 weeks.
With no assets, the challenge to make this place work is bigger than ever. Tomorrow, I have to start the process of change. Before I get stuck in, there's one thing I want to try.
It's bloody roasting. Oh, my feet are freezing now.
Morning. Now it's time to see if I can get through to Robert and Ari.
Can I just borrow you for 2 minutes? I want to show you something.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
both of you together. I'd like to come up to my room. Thank you.
If this place is going to work as a business, Robert and Ari need to hear some home truths about how their paying customers really feel about their precious inn.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for popping into my room. How was your stay last night?
Well, we didn't know where to go when we walked in, so we walked around and around until we found somebody to help us check in.
I was slightly disorientated when I checked in as well. I mean, there's no signs in terms of reception, front desk, or bar, or lounge, or... And how were the rooms?
I had space heaters to keep the room warm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3 of them.
When I checked the room, it was like a sauna.
He sounds aggravated.
Raise your hands if you'd come back, please.
Not like it is.
Not like it is. There's someone I'd like to hear from who hasn't said anything yet. He is a lead inspector of the Diamond Collection of hotel and inns across America. In a nutshell?
Very disappointed. Didn't meet expectations. From the moment I walked in, with no greeting, no check-in area, I was totally lost. And the bar's a joke. Should not even be there, folks. It looks as if it's set up for a wedding. The hospitality is nice, but everything else fails.
How do you feel?
I don't want my guests to have that experience. You know, our goal is to please people. That's why we're in the inn business. And we've obviously fallen really short.
For me, I think that's positive feedback, so I'm grateful entirely. Let me tell you, thank you all. Can I keep you two here, please? Thank you.
The guest feedback has certainly been constructive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Robert's even using a word I've never heard from him before.
We are sorry.
But I'm shocked by Ari's response to the guest complaints.
What's the matter with you? Why are you so angry with guests? Why are you running an inn when you're so bitter? You look like you don't give a
I'm not saying that I don't like the guests, but if you have ever been an innkeeper, it's 24/7.
No one is more touched by what these people said.
Well, Ari is clearly.
That's, I would love this to be our private home.
But I am.
It's a lost cause.
And Ari does have a different way of dealing with
I see that. Based on my experience, I would seriously request both of you actually sit down and reconsider whether you should be in this business going forward.
It's clear to me that Ari isn't cut out for the hospitality business. And even though Robert now understands how he's let down his guests, he needs to understand that he's also let down his staff and failed to recognise their potential. I've got a plan that will help Robert to see what he's doing wrong and how he can fix things in his kitchen. I've asked Chef Julian to cook 3 dishes from Robert's expensive old menu and 3 new dishes of his very own creation. Once he's finished, we're going to pretend I cooked the new ones and see what Robert says. Crucially, Julian's dishes are all ones that could be served on a $29 menu, half what Robert currently charges.
Look at that. $74, $29. Let's go. Good luck. Okay?
Yes.
I can't wait to see what Robert thinks of Julian's affordable food when he thinks that I've cooked it.
I asked him to cook a 3-course meal. Yeah, he cooked his lamb, his crab cake, and the dessert. That's the $74 version.
I cooked the other meal.
I got hold of some chicken, some sprouts, and I used the crab and a butterscotch pudding with some caramelised popcorn. $29, that's what those 3 courses are going to cost. Yeah.
Okay.
Julian's 3 new dishes are fantastic and fairly priced. That would go a long way towards bringing guests back through the front door. Now that Robert thinks I've cooked them, I bet he loves them.
Talk to me.
Excellent. Fabulous. And the Brussels sprouts are really good, too. You've actually leafed them, and it's very pretty. Now, this is a much better value.
I've never heard you use that word value. And we could get 2 for the price of 1.
What we should do.
So, my menu or Julian's menu?
Your menu.
My menu. Now, I'm flattered, but there's something I need to tell you. I didn't make any of this. Julian cooked everything.
I felt at that very moment that I had done Julian a disservice.
Robert, have you got something you'd like to say to your chef, Julian?
I'm sorry that I haven't given you the freedom to do what you need to do. I guess I have to eat it and say that I have restricted him from being who he can be, which is really difficult. And I have to say that this is delicious.
Coming up,
he's emotionally constipated.
Robert has a major decision about his future with Ari.
I think he gave up.
Now that owner Robert's heard from the guests,
Very disappointed. Didn't meet expectations.
and sampled the kind of affordable, high-quality food his chef can cook when given the chance.
Excellent. Fabulous.
I didn't make any of this. Julian cooked everything.
I hope this is all starting to sink in with him. Well, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling all sorts of things. I mean, there's, of course, fear.
But surely hope, too. Your chef's food was amazing.
Absolutely. It was an epiphany. I feel regretful that I have come across in the way I have, and that I haven't exhibited to my staff the leadership they needed and the compassion that apparently I must be void of.
I think for you to tell them how you're feeling, what you're going to commit to, how important they are for you.
I know that this place wouldn't be here without them, and I'm wanting to do everything I can to show them that we can make this work.
I'm glad Robert's on a new path. I just hope it's not too late for his staff to learn to trust him again.
You are all valuable to me and to Ari and to Juniper Hill, and I fear that we have not always expressed that. And we want to show you that we are going to make a difference. Sorry for your paychecks being late. Sorry for taking part of the tips. Sorry for not communicating, because that was the reality. And one that I'm not proud of, that we're not proud of, but one that we certainly can correct. And that's what we want to do.
The business is short of cash flow. I thought there was a substantial collection of $300,000 to $400,000 worth of assets. I mean, why don't you explain exactly?
In the things that were assembled here, they said lucky if we got 25,000.
We are on our ass. It is going to be difficult, and I think Robert has realised the bubble's burst, and he understands the truth to where we are.
I think there's a perception that we are these wealthy magnates coming in and Lord of the Manor sort of things. That's not who we are.
You know, I knew there was some bad situations here, but I stayed because I want to be here and I want to help him, and I believe what he says.
And I'm very proud of you, Robert. You're the man that I've always known and loved. He's coming back.
I'm glad to see that, you know, we're facing facts, and that's the only way we're going to get out of this.
Agreed. Thank you.
Ryan, what do you think of what Robert's just said?
I wanted to stand up and clap.
I did too.
I feel like I'm working for somebody who can actually run a business when I hear things like that can succeed. I've never seen Robert so serious. This is actually really a life-changing thing for him, and I feel like I want to be part of the changes.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank
The truth's important.
It's humbling to have to admit some of the things that haven't gone right, but at the same time, it's energizing to see that people really do care for us and care for Juniper Hill. That is what's going to make us successful.
I'm impressed with the way Robert dealt with his staff meeting. I've got real hope that he can make this place work, but he has another lesson to learn. He thinks people aren't spending money at Juniper Hill because of the recession, but I think it's the snobbish atmosphere and the high prices that have kept people away. I'm taking Robert to a fantastic local brewery to show him how a warm welcome can translate into money in the bank.
Let's go and have a beer. Let's get in with the locals. Trust me, they won't beat you up. You are like a fish out of water right now, honestly. You're like a vegetarian in the middle of a big steak tartare. Look at you.
No. Well, I love the people from our region. The Upper Valley is filled with amazing people.
The Juniper Hill is not
filled
with local people. Wouldn't you welcome this atmosphere?
Oh, yeah.
In your stately house?
Absolutely. Everyone is welcome.
Stand on there and tell them you need them. Off we go.
If I could have your attention, please. I'm Robert. I'm the innkeeper at Juniper Hill Inn. We just want to tell everybody we'd love to have you all up at Juniper Hill Inn. And we need the help right now. So if you can come up and have dinner or just have a drink and just say hi, it would be great. Thank you.
Excellent. Well done.
If Robert can always be that inviting to the locals, he surely has it in him to be the leader of the inn.
When was the last time you brought Ari here for a beer?
We haven't been here probably in 6 months.
How was he after you spoke to the team like that?
You know, the interesting thing with Ari is his exterior is Finnish. You know, he's very stern. But he feels deeply.
He can't express it though, can he?
He can't. He's emotionally constipated. I think he gave up.
That can't come across to the staff. That can't come across to the customers. So you've got to almost isolate yourself from that.
But he's getting through it.
But he's not going to be the face. He's not going to be the innkeeper.
No, he's not.
But he can provide a phenomenal amount of support behind the scenes.
Cheers to that.
Coming up,
it's fantastic.
A show off the new and improved Juniper Hill Inn.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
But assistant innkeeper Sarah's joy is short-lived.
I'll be in my room.
You look terrible. What's the matter?
I'm sick of it, Gordon.
It's been a tough week here at Juniper Hill Inn, and owner Robert's pompous ways have been maddening.
I don't have a secretary, Gordon. I'm sorry.
Are you always this pathetic?
But he's finally come off his pedestal to get on the same level as his team.
You are all valuable to Juniper Hill, and we want to show you that we are going to make a difference.
Overnight, my team has been working on a remarkable transformation, and with relaunch upon us, it's a chance for a fresh start for everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let me introduce you to the new Juniper Hill Inn. It's no longer a hangout for the super rich or your mates getting freebies. Yeah, it's now a nice, warm and very welcoming country inn. And trust me, everyone is welcome, whether you're driving up here in a Mercedes or even a pickup truck. You ready?
Yes.
Yes, we
Let's
are.
go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
Please, come in. Come through.
The Great Hall is a beautiful room, but it was hidden by vast amounts of furniture.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
My team have edited the collection and created a feeling of comfort and space.
When I walked in at the Great Hall, it felt like a different room. Gordon put together this amazing place. It feels comfortable and warm.
You have a spacious, gracious, warm reception room. Look at it. Gone is that hideous makeshift bar.
Thank you.
Gone. Guests know where to go because they have proper signs. You ready to see the dining room?
Yes.
Come through.
Oh,
it's warm and welcoming.
so pretty. Oh, I love this.
No longer feels like your grandmother's parlour. It really is a dining room. It's what you expect from a country inn. You know, it has an identity. Gone are those hideous sofas that nobody can sit and eat dinner in. Ari, what do you think?
Very nice. Very
You
nice.
like it?
Very open.
Excellent. Let me show you my bedroom. Okay. Please. Everybody else can come too, please. You ready?
We're ready.
In you go. Do you know what's wrong with this room? Nothing. You don't need to do anything to them.
The only thing wrong was the smell in room 1, and the plumber has taken care of that.
The guest rooms are the absolute highlight of your inn.
That meant something, because it meant we were on the right track. We just needed better directions.
Now, the key to filling this is to charge sensible prices. I would rather have the room sold at a cheaper price and have an 85% occupancy rate across the year. Bring the prices down, fill it, let them enjoy this quality.
The stunning bedrooms didn't need changing, but there's one room that did need a significant overhaul in order to bring in much-needed cash flow.
Now, there's one more little thing I want to show you downstairs.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Come with me. Okay. We need to attract the local community. I'd like to welcome you to the Blue Bar.
Blue bar.
Look at this, Robert. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Ari, are you thrilled?
The best new local bar in Windsor.
Fantastic.
This is so great. Walk in and see the people sitting there and the games on the tables and the beautiful drinks. It was very emotional. I loved it.
The Blue Bar is exactly what the town of Windsor, Vermont and Juniper Hill Inn need. I'm hoping it'll be popular, especially on a day like today, when the inn hosts its first ever Sunday lunch service. The staff are all getting ready for the arrival of their lunch guests.
5, 6, 7, 8. So you got 4 tables each.
But while everybody else is busy, Ari seems lost and needs reminding of his role here at the inn.
I'm here.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Had to go the other way.
Are you in? Are you out? Are you doing the checks? What are you doing?
I was checking in people.
You're checking in, but I thought that was the gracious. I thought you were checking in people.
You want to check them in and take them up? That'll be great.
Would you be so kind? Just 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. Would you continue that?
Of course.
Can I just have you for 30 seconds?
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
I thought you were going to leave the front of the house to Robert. I thought you were going to be the back of the house.
No, one thing is that Robert asked me to check in people because he had to take people to the dining room.
Yeah, I know, but we have a saying in England: too many chefs spoil the broth. You're not a natural innkeeper.
Oh, okay.
He needs your help.
Yes.
But
yes,
behind the scenes.
Yes.
Explain to Robert that you're going to support him from behind the scenes.
Yes.
Please?
Sure.
Please.
I will do that.
I think Ari has finally got the picture and understands that he needs to play to his strengths. I really hope that things can continue to improve now.
Come on, Sophie. We better remove the dog. She's going to eat the food. Sophie, our poodle, she shouldn't be in there. I mean, it's a place where we eat. Come on, Sophie. Come on, come. That's not for you. Come on. Come on, honey.
Excuse me.
Come on, come.
I'll take care of the dog, okay? Excuse me.
The dog shouldn't be in the bar. He's on the seats eating the food.
Really? I am the boss, okay?
Don't ever talk to me that way again.
Excuse me.
Don't ever, and I mean it. I'll be in my room, and I don't need to be yelled at.
I'm coming towards the end of my stay at Vermont's Juniper Hill Inn, and I thought we'd turned the corner. But as the inn's first ever Sunday lunch service approaches, assistant innkeeper Sarah has gone missing.
Where's Sarah gone?
I haven't seen Sarah in about a half an hour.
Is she okay?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, just asking. Has Sarah gone home?
What?
Has Sarah gone home? No?
The team can't afford to be a man down. I've got to find her.
Who is it?
It's me, Sarah. It's Gordon.
Oh, hi, Gordon.
You okay?
Oh, no.
What?
Hold on a second.
Dear, oh dear. Darling, I thought you were joining us for lunch.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not going to.
What's the matter?
You want to come here?
Yeah, you look terrible. What's the matter?
Oh, I'm just really
I
upset.
don't want to get upset. You were with us half an hour ago. Customers are in the bar.
I know, and
Our first table's just arrived, and I just expect you to be there in terms of you're part of this team.
I know, but I'm sick of being yelled at by Ari. I'm sick of it, Gordon.
When did he yell at you?
Just a few minutes ago, because I asked him to take the dog out of the dining room.
Naturally.
It's his dog, and it's sitting on the bar furniture.
Okay. Please come back down.
Oh, buck up and come down. Nobody's ever seen me break down in tears in this inn. It's never happened before.
Just come back downstairs.
Okay.
Please?
Yeah, I will, Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to help
I
the
don't
girls.
want to see you upset. And the girls need you down there.
They do, and I'm just really mad at them.
No, well, let me go and have a word with Ari. This is ridiculous. Get yourself in. The place is full of locals, and they'd love to see you too.
Okay.
Please. Smiley. Yes?
Yes, I'll bounce back.
I'm not sure why Ari is snapping at his staff, but it just proves my gut was right about his place being behind the scenes.
Ari?
Yes?
I've just found Sarah upstairs in floods of tears. Everything okay?
No, we had a little run-in because we both are very strong people. He snapped at me and I snapped back.
Do you think the dog should be running around in the bar?
No, when they are guests.
So was she right or wrong?
She was right.
Would it be appropriate for you to apologise to her? Do you feel that you're responsible from behind the scenes? Is there any way we could just, for this first Sunday lunch, try to keep the team together?
Okay.
I think Ari's heart is in the right place, but his tone is all wrong for an innkeeper. He needs to be the power behind the throne. I'm sure this is going to be one of the busiest days yet at Juniper Hill Inn. And I need to remind Chef Julian to make good use of his sous chef Nida if he's going to have any chance of being successful. Julian's proved to Robert and I that he has the talent and the potential in the kitchen. Now he just needs the help to execute.
I know you're adamant the fact that you're going to work on your own, but you're not a one-man band. yeah?
Yes, chef.
Encourage, entice. Over to the stove.
The local community have responded to Robert's invitation, and there's a great atmosphere as people turn up to check out the bar and sample the new menu I put together with Chef Julian.
Tara, nice to see you. Welcome to Juniper Hill. Hi, how are you, dear?
Nice to see you.
As well as new arrivals, the inn has a return guest, Hotel Inspector Steve Talon. His first visit was a disaster.
Very disappointed. Didn't meet expectations. From the moment I walked in, with no greeting, I was totally lost.
This is Robert and his team's chance to prove to Steve that they've learned their lesson. I hope this time they're flawless.
How are you, Mr. Talon? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you
again. Welcome. So this is our new menu.
Okay, what's going next?
Coming up next, we have one trout.
The key to this place running smoothly is communication among the entire staff. But Chef Julian still doesn't seem to get that.
How long for the first flat iron, please, Nida?
Medium rare.
Ask her, Julian.
Medium rare.
Talk to Nida. I don't care what it's about, the weather, I don't care, but talk to her, okay? Come on, you gotta talk. I just said, come on. She can put things on a plate for you, just refusing to talk to her. And it's gonna be so painful now. I simplified the menu in order to get it so much easier for you, know that?
Yes, chef.
And the menu was designed for you to open up and talk, okay?
Yes, chef.
Look at me.
Yes, chef.
Broaden your mind out. And all you do is one plate, focused. Next plate, focus. And I just want you to open up a little bit. She's there to help. Thank you.
You know what? Let me do this. Just help with the skillet. Just help with the skillet.
Julian!
Yes.
Come here. Now, what's the matter with you? You've just shut down on me. Now, do you want to give me your jacket? I'll do it for you.
No, chef.
It's not difficult.
I know, chef.
Can you do this? Open up. Come on. You just shut down.
With Robert working well with the team...
Okay, thank you so much.
...and Ari staying out of the way, the bar is bustling.
How are you? Welcome. What can I get you to drink?
But Chef Julian needs to raise his game and start communicating. If we're going to make today a success.
You've just shut down on me. Open up, please. Get it together. Let's go. You'll be about 4 minutes at that table.
So you do one plate, I do one plate. Is that good? All right, so then you get, with the lamb shank, then you get some lamb glaze, which is right here.
Julian, nice, much better. Look at me, much better.
Yes, chef.
Good. How is everybody out there?
Chicken. Wow.
The locals are definitely noticing a change here.
It was wonderful.
It's very good. I was very surprised.
Perfect. I was just saying, it's perfect.
Great.
Time to see if the hotel inspector has too.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Recognise a few changes?
In some ways, I didn't recognize it at all.
Oh, really?
So good.
What the entrance hall in terms of?
The total openness, people welcoming, the signs everywhere.
When you walked in, was there warmth? Was there
Oh, it's great warmth. Now I feel it has that Diamond Collection feel. You did a good job.
That's news.
You know?
Enjoy lunch.
Appreciate it.
Pork's amazing.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
There's a great buzz at the inn.
Sir, can I have a second?
Yes.
I hope that's not all about to change.
I'm really busy.
I just want to tell you I'm sorry what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Okay. I mean, I'm
Okay.
trying to help, Ari,
Oh, no.
and you're snarling me a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This food is affordably priced. It's really, really tasty.
And it's nice to know a nice place to send people to get a drink and relax and everything, and that's hard in the area, so that's great.
Robert and Ari's communication has improved by leaps and bounds since I've been at the inn.
Let's go back here just for a second.
But actions speak louder than words, and I think Robert is starting to understand that.
I just wanted to tell you that I really appreciate all the extra effort you've given. Not just this week, but the entire time you've been here. And this is your paycheck. A bit early, because we know you need it. We wish we had more. We put $100 extra in there for you, just so you have a little bit extra, because we really do appreciate you, Ryan. So, thanks. Thank you very much.
You and I are going to bring this back, and Ari's going to join us.
Yeah.
I haven't been that emotionally moved in a long time. I feel like it's all been worth it now. I feel like it's appreciated.
What a week. I think this business is on the road to recovery, and Robert and his team, with Ari in the background, can really make this place work, because once the locals invest in this place, word is going to spread big time. Wow. Beautiful. It's time for me to say my goodbyes, but with the crowd enjoying themselves in the bar and loving the great value in the dining room, it's a hard place to leave.
Really good.
This is nice, comfy.
We're sharing the lamb shakes.
The lamb, okay. You're welcome.
Right, finally. You seem to have got this under control, yes?
Yes, chef.
And you're opening up.
Yes, chef.
Don't stop talking.
Yes, chef.
Communicate. Good job.
Thank you, chef.
He might have beat a few people down, but then he brought a few people right back up, and that was necessary. I was glad he didn't smack me with a spatula.
Ari?
Robbie.
I've come to say goodbye.
I was doing my
Look after
paychecks.
yourself. You're writing paychecks?
Yes.
Good luck with the place. It's a business.
Absolutely.
Look after yourself. Look after Robert. And support him in all the right places.
Thank you.
Best wishes.
We are very grateful for him that he has patience for us. Because it's not easy to restructure molded minds.
Look after yourself. Yes? Look after yourself. Right, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
And it seems like you've got this under control.
I'm going to keep it under control.
Well, the staff are doing the job, the bar's functioning, the dining room's functioning, kitchen's functioning.
That's good. That's beautiful.
Ari's in the RV.
And there are people.
And they seem to be having a good time. You're on the track now.
We're on track.
I have a little present for you. Stay there.
Having Gordon come to Juniper Hill has meant a lot to us. It was harder than hell, but ultimately, I know it's going to do great things for our staff and for our town.
This is something that money cannot buy, but this week you've earned it. Now, the most important thing, please keep it up. This is your sign to be part of the amazing setup of the Diamond Collection.
Thank you.
You deserve this.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Safe journey home. He really did awaken me, put a fire in me, and I want him to come back and say, he really did it. That's our goal.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
What a beautiful day. I can't believe those storage units are still there. If I was Robert, I'd lock Ari in one of them.
One potato, two potato.